My dear Aries, on the chessboard of the soul, three powerful symbols appear at once: Justice, the Empress, and the Seven of Swords. This is not coincidence, but the music of destiny. Justice restores balance, the Empress brings compassion, and the Seven of Swords reminds you of the shadow that once stole your peace. And then, the Six of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles arrive like a breath of memory and a promise of opportunity. I also see the gentle rhythm of the Six of Cups, like a breath carrying you back to sweet memories, and the light of the Ace of Pentacles, like a golden opportunity finally touching your hand after many months of waiting. But before your hand can grasp that coin, your heart is being called to calmness and steadiness. Hear this message as a lifeline restoring order. If you feel that truth trembling inside your chest, this is the time to carve it deep with me. Write down in the comments, "I hold my balance and listen to the guiding light." The words you write will be a milestone on the journey we are about to open. Beloved Aries, come closer, sit by me for a while. I speak to you as a grandfather who has seen generations walk through storms in silence. And today, before these cards, I listen to your story as a sacred witness. I laid 12 cards for you and left one still face down. It waits for the right moment to speak. Yet Justice, the central card, has already whispered that something is being restored. Old debts, unfinished promises, and wounds once left hanging in the void are now finding balance. Beside it stands the Empress, not speaking of projects or romance, but of a presence of mercy. The Mother, a source of light embracing you. She sees you, feels your pain, and still wants to tell you that you were never blind. You have never been lost, even when loneliness came at dawn. And then the Seven of Swords unveils its shadow. A wound from someone close, a secret act, a hidden word that spread quietly. Perhaps out of jealousy, perhaps out of resentment, they used unfair words to stain your name. But do not hold on to wrath, do not pour your heart into hatred. Justice does not appear in shouting, but in the calm of the one who knows. Time will place every piece in its rightful place. The Queen of Cups rises like a gentle echo of the Empress, a voice that says, "You are understood and you do not need to hide." The light of that mother has seen you hold your dignity in the fire of wounds. She saw you choose silence to avoid a senseless battle, and she comes to affirm you chose well. Your silence was a shield, your intuition a lamp. And now she repeats, hold your ground, do not sink. Do not drown yourself in unnecessary struggles, for the grace within your soul is the key to unlocking knots. As that compassionate voice carries you, justice tolls like a bell announcing a turning. The Six of Cups reminds me of a return, the past looking at you now with different eyes, no longer covered in dust. The Six of Cups recalls familiar memories, sense that draw you back. Yet when joined with the Knight of Cups, the message deepens. Someone who once left a mark will try to step closer with a message full of emotion. And now it is you who calmly decides how to answer. You hold the balance not because fate owes you, but because you have grown, because you have learned to listen to yourself in the midst of chaos. I return to the Seven of Swords so as not to paint the truth too softly. Someone once tried to make you small, sowing doubt where hope remained. They feared your strength, your resilience, your way of loving without asking permission. The moon emphasizes that whispers and half-truths once led others into unfair judgment. Yet the moon also carries light. Shadows are only temporary. When you hold intuition as a lighthouse, when you wait patiently for dawn, everything will be revealed. And here is the lesson, Aries. Justice is not only a verdict, it is a process. Forgiveness is not forgetting, it is the release of the heart. Your true power is not in the sword, but in clarity within chaos. When you walk with compassion, even old wounds become witnesses of your growth. On the chessboard of fate, a star shines that refuses to be forgotten. That star tells you that hope is not an empty dream when it is backed by concrete action. And those actions often begin with the tangible, with resources you can count, measure, and hold in your hand. The Ace of Pentacles with the Six of Pentacles signal a real opportunity in the material world. A payment resolved, a debt closed. This is no longer a promise, but a concrete result. When the chance comes, check your papers, open your emails, and receive it with deliberate action. Imagine the relief. Like the first breath after stepping out of a long hallway with no windows. This week, if you seize that moment with humility and gratitude, act with intention. Remember your roots and the path you have walked. It will guard you from wasting this gift on shallow pride. For pride, when it creeps in, can disrupt your balance and steal the peace you have just gained. And in your heart, doubts still remain. The Lovers, covered by the Three of Cups, show that a third presence once entered a relationship and left you hurt. The Lovers, shadowed by the Three of Cups, point to that presence. I do not need to name it, your heart already knows. The message is this: listen to the truth with calm rather than judgment. The call is this: do not repeat the same old patterns like a stuck song. Harsh judgment will only blur your sight. The clarity you need will appear in words unadorned, not excuses, not apologies, simply honest listening. And here's what I urge you with all my heart: do not chase, do not beg, do not force. Stand in the dignity that is yours. The Knight of Cups approaches, not because you pursue, but because emotions flow freely when you do not grip them tight. Justice invites you to believe. What belongs to you will arrive when you are at peace, not when anxiety pushes. The Knight of Cups is not a threat. It is a reminder that old bindings of emotion no longer belong in your new chapter. Gently cut the knots inside that make you look back with eyes of lack. When you do this, the door to the future opens without resistance. To walk with you, I give you a sacred decree, short, fair, and necessary. Repeat it aloud now, or whisper it when you are alone. I am balance with responsibility. I open my hands to receive what I deserve without begging, without lowering myself. Breathe deeply as you speak. Feel your chest expand. Feel a warm hand like comfort resting on your shoulder. The one who once shared your life but left without a worthy explanation is now beginning to admit, with difficulty, that their decision was influenced by outside voices, selfish advice, and expectations that were never theirs. The Moon and the Seven of Swords reveal whispers, half-truths, but the Star brings comfort. Every lie will weaken and collapse under its own weight. When truth comes, it is liberation, not burden. If someone writes to you or sends you a message, do not rush to answer. Breathe, read it again and again. Let the justice within you shape the response without guilt, without haste, with a grace no money can buy. In the realm of work, the Eight of Pentacles appears as a quiet but essential sign. Craftsmanship, diligence, practical skill, the path to restore rhythm and self-respect. Money arrives not by luck alone, but by skill honed and recognized. When a door of work opens, do not let pride block the chance. Check carefully, ask wise questions, and if your body agrees, step in with gratitude. The human lesson: do not wear pain as a badge. Do not let humiliation define you. You are balance. When you are balanced, you bring beauty to all you touch. True strength is the ability to forgive, to free the heart, not to erase memory. Revenge only takes more from you than it gives. Choose instead the path that brings freedom to the soul. A short story to remind you. A blacksmith once grew angry because fire ruined the old mold. Instead of extinguishing the flames, he learned to adjust them, using fire delicately to forge something stronger. Your powerful energy is the same. When used with awareness, it shapes character. When left unchecked, it destroys. In conclusion, today a truth is confirmed. A message has arrived. A coin of comfort may touch your hand. You become wiser, more whole, more yourself. Write in the comments if you agree with yourself. I am ready to receive what I deserve. I hold my balance and act with responsibility. That written word is a beginning, and I will witness your next step. If you feel this energy blooming inside and want to anchor it deeper, leave your commitment in the comments. Justice guides my heart, and my path is filled with clarity. It is simple, close, yet powerful enough to awaken a lasting intention. I do not want you to rush the pace that the sacred has already ordained. I confess, one more card still waits, face down, resting, for when it is turned. It will touch the two questions you secretly hold. Who is the voice sowing doubt? And what is the clear sign that tells you if love truly returns, or if fate is leading you into another embrace? I let that card breathe like dough rising before the oven, for the answer must come in its time. When you turn it, a new thread will appear, opening a connection, explaining why events move as they do, and which key must turn first to open the right door. Even now, I feel deep in my bones. A process of purification has begun for you, delicate yet powerful. That cleansing clears the fog that has confused you for so long. It is like a soft wind carrying down autumn leaves, slow but certain. An unseen hand unravels the knots left by twisted words, jealous eyes, malicious desires, unjust judgments that once tried to extinguish you. But no shadow can hide the light of Aries. That light is nourished by justice above and by the flame of truth within. A true soul is never broken. Yes, you have lived days drained of strength, nights without hope. But each sunrise, when you stood up, even reluctantly, blessings reached you from beyond. Because the mother watching you from the unseen knows that every step you take is a victory. Hear her whisper, not everyone is meant to walk every road with you. Your heart longs for balance, but balance cannot be held by clinging to fragments. You have given more than you received, bowed down, accepted too little out of commitment or fear of loss. But this new chapter does not allow such burdens. Destiny demands you lean honestly toward what nourishes and frees you. See your mother's hand reaching out, touching to your very marrow. Let go, trust. She does not want you to remain unchanged, but to grow, to bloom. She has seen those blossoms. They already lie in your chest, waiting for you to release what drains your life. Then change will flow from the unseen into the visible. A meeting, an opportunity, a choice only you dare make. You will know it because your heart will tremble like a familiar song. Peace will cover you like a warm blanket. And that is the sign. Move forward without looking back because you asked for a sign, and here it is. Do not take it lightly. When the soul says yes with certainty, the universe arranges the path. What comes carries the rhythm of true reconciliation. For a long time, a possibility of healing has been forming. The one who hurt you is awakening, realizing what they had with you was not illusion, but a silent covenant that cannot be broken. They are learning to express, learning to admit, and they ask themselves, is there still a place for them in your life? Your mother tells you, if that door knocks, open it only when truth has passed through. If they return, it must be clear, no secrecy, no half measures. You no longer belong to shallow affections, to tables where you lay the cloth while others bring nothing. And if they do not return, let them go. Know they have lost a love life rarely grants twice. You will continue, and you will draw to yourself one who knows your worth without explanation. For Aries, love is never begging, it is presence honored and nurtured. Hold your head high, child of your mother, not from pride, but from respect for yourself. Lift your eyes and whisper, I will care for myself. I allow myself to be happy, even when the wind blows against me, because my mother is still here. This is not a distant miracle. It is the prelude to a beautiful beginning. You have not yet seen the full weight hidden within your very name. But I feel it clearly. It is carved into 19 visions of peace, as though heaven itself has already written the next chapter for you in light. Take a deep breath, close your eyes, and let gratitude bloom within you, for it is gratitude that opens the path. Thank your mother for holding you when you did not know how to take the next step. What has been prepared for you, Aries, no one can take away. If you are hearing these words, it means your delicate soul is ready for a profound awakening. You have endured more than most could imagine. You have loved with integrity, seeking harmony even in the midst of chaos. At times you have broken inside, yet you still brought music and color to others. That is not knowledge from books, but the dignity of spirit. And now, this is why your mother pierces the veil, not only to remind you, but to prepare you for something about to be revealed. We often think blessings arrive like fireworks, sudden and dazzling. But in truth, they come when you make space in your heart, when you release anger, forgive yourself, when you stop carrying the weight of guilt that was never yours to bear at night. You stand now on the threshold where pain becomes meaning, where wounds turn into doors. A new energy surrounds you, and you will recognize it through small signs. A conversation that clears the fog, a coincidence that chills your skin, a memory that suddenly makes you weep. It is heaven speaking in its own language. It is your mother stretching out her arms. It is life itself confirming that something pure is ripening for you. But for the new to enter, you must let go of the old. I invite you to one gentle yet powerful act. Forgive yourself. Forgive for staying where you were unseen. Forgive for offering your hand to one who could not hold it. Forgive for keeping truths locked inside. Forgive for ever believing you were less when you were worthy of the sky itself. Put down that backpack. Do not punish yourself for a perfection that never existed. Mistakes only tell the story of a soul who dared to love and to learn. And as for the love that hurt you, hear this certainty. The thread of connection has not unraveled. They may smile outwardly, but deep within, they have never undone the knot. This is not a call to chase, nor a plea to beg. This is awareness. there are words unsaid, explanations withheld, that need to be released, not necessarily to return, but to heal. The sleepless nights, the repeating thoughts, the nameless sorrow, all prove your heart still carries an unfinished story. And there is a revelation. Recently, they dreamed of you. Not an ordinary dream, but one so vivid it stirred their heart. Since then, they have not been at ease. They think of writing to you, of opening the door, but they fear your answer. They fear that your silence has hidden the truth their own hesitation failed to protect. And you, strong one, still secretly wait for a gesture to prove that love was real. This is the time for a quiet yet powerful declaration. I am ready to receive what I deserve, not from lack, but the true love the universe has woven for me. If they are part of your destiny, they will return in time. If not, life will bring the one who matches your frequency, the one who sees you as a work of art, who holds you with clean hands. While all else settles, hear this counsel: return to the unfinished project, to the passion once set aside. Venus whispers, it is time to return to the beauty of your hands, your words, the art of living. When you reconnect with purpose and beauty, everything else will come. Do not wait for permission. Live now, for from beyond, your mother has given you this word. Live without fear, live with faith, dare to enjoy the beauty you deserve. And since we speak of signs, pay attention to the simple ones. A night when you lie down and peace floods you. A song that rises naturally from your lips. A butterfly landing beside you. A feather at your feet like a secret gift. All whisper the same: you are never alone. When a sudden scent recalls an old embrace, all of it, my Aries, is your mother's whisper. Go on, do not stop. Love does not vanish, it only changes form. Your mother and the guides honor every time you dare to say no, every time you stand up for yourself. Those moments do not burden her, they make her proud. Even when you cannot hold her in your arms, her presence still shields and encourages you. And your story, though marked by sorrow, is not trapped. It is preparing to open its brightest chapter. But to walk forward, you must shed the old skin, the one that once protected you but now weighs you down. The past has fulfilled its mission, the wounds have taught their lessons. The tears once shed have been stored like sacred seeds, and now they are ready to bloom. That fruit will appear in everyday life, the urge to clean your space, to rearrange, to give away what no longer serves, to open the door for the new. For Aries, with your fiery heart, longs for harmony and order as much as any soul. When the soul knows what is coming, it prepares. Nothing is random. Obstacles that seemed unmovable begin to flow. A financial knot untied, a work issue resolved, an unfinished conversation finding its close. This is not a sudden miracle, but a reward for standing in truth and inner balance. As for the one you love who also hurt you, let time reveal. Do not run after one who cannot yet see your true worth. If love is real, they will return in humility. If not, you are free to smile lightly, to walk toward love that does not frighten you. You were not born to shrink your light for anyone. That is why this moment is so present, so strong, so that you may understand fully. Before we part, I invite you to an intimate moment. Tonight, when silence deepens, look into the mirror. Look into your own eyes and affirm, I have endured, I have loved, I have grown. And when your chest softens, speak aloud this sacred decree. I choose sacred balance. I release what does not honor me. I welcome pure love. I trust in heavenly justice. Let each word resonate, opening invisible doors, awakening what has long been prepared for you. And there is one more gift from your father, like a loving grandfather. Picture the card of justice holding a perfect scale. On one side, all that you have given. On the other, all that you truly deserve. As you read the decree, the two sides slowly balance. Alongside it, the pink light of Venus spreads within your chest, healing the cracks, reminding you that you are worthy of true love, of real presence, of kind words. If the Two of Cups returns, may it return with pure waters. If not, may temperance guide you to the meeting that is right, one that does not extinguish you but lifts you. And I am still here, like a father pulling the blanket over you before sleep. You do not need to run. You only need to hold to faith. You have made space for yourself, and you will not allow noise to steal your peace. What comes will resonate with your essence, because life is always generous with those who are honest with themselves. And if you feel this passage was written for you, seal the energy by writing, I choose balance and pure love. That will be your ritual, your vow that opens the door to what you deserve. Open the window, let the light pour in. Write down 2 or 3 ideas that excite you and begin at once, no matter how small. When fear arises, remind it that the scale is now in your hands. When your heart says yes, believe, then the fragments will return to their place. The mother smiles. The father opens his arms, and life restores to you justice and beauty, all that you have given away through love. For you, Aries, were made to grow in harmony. In that moment, your love has finally arrived.